Hey, everybody. All right, it is Friday, July 3rd, and I think I started this just a little bit late because now Bee has gone to the corner and all of her kittens are going to end up nursing in a minute, I bet. But that's okay. Let's see what kind of fun we can catch before then. Like Ira here, who can't get a grip. Okay, this is ironic. Ira, uh, Nikki, Ronnie. I don't know. The kitten with all the names, all of them. And this one is vinyl, as you can see from the little collar. This is Indy. And Indy just had a little bit of a milestone. Right before we started the close up this morning, I tried giving them all their first food. We used KMR2, which is the KMR weaning formula. Regular KMR is the milk replacement that you feed to kittens that would be nursing. KMR2 is they're sort of supposed to transition them from nursing to eating. So we tried KMR2 and it wasn't a great success. I forced each of them to try a little bit and nobody minded it too much. But the big successes were Indy and of all, Artie. Artie was the biggest success actually. So Indy ate a little bit, and Artie ate a ton. Artie ate a whole ton, a whole bunch. I was so proud of him. And now I guess he's feeling it because he's fighting. Oh, he was fighting. There we go. Get into it. Yeah, bite him, Artie. So that's Artie biting on ironic, I guess. Fighting each other. This one's the little one on his back. This is Artie, of course. Hi, Artie. You just ate a whole bunch of food. You are the most advanced kitten today. The most advanced kitten today. I also gave them a litter box today to start with. As usual, we start with just a little cardboard litter box with the sweet scoop litter in it that is edible because they almost always end up chomping on the litter when they first discover it. But I gave it to them right after I'd finished peeing and pooping them all, so I haven't tried to set any of them in there and encourage them to poop yet. It's not a big hurry for that. We'll get to it. All right, Bibu wants me to open her window just a little, I think. She was just trying to look out at, oh, well, that didn't help at all. That helped a little. I have it closed because it's been so sunny and hot here the last few days, and our old air conditioner can't keep up. It's been getting pretty warm inside the house. Now, this is one of the rooms where the air conditioning sort of tends to accumulate, so it stays pretty reasonable, but closing the windows helps a little anyway. As for the rest of them, I'm going to have to do something because it was uncomfortable, and we're looking at a lot more of that through the week. Yeah, Layla Elbert, Bebop got to eat all of the leftover KMR2 that the kittens didn't want, and there was a lot of it. And she, by the way, I had to keep pushing her away from it while I was trying to feed the kittens. I had to make her wait her turn. It was not easy to do because she really wanted it. From the minute she saw me preparing it, she was like, "I want to eat all that." And I'm like, "No, you got to give it to the 7 kittens first, and then you can eat the leftovers." A lot of pushing her back, but then eventually, after everybody had their turn, she got to eat all of it. She definitely got the lion's share, so to speak. Hi, Bessie. Little Bessie out for another stroll. Look how round and fuzzy little Bessie has become. Oh, those eyes, so pretty. Yeah. Even though you're just orange, you are definitely a contender for the prettiest kitten. Oh, now, oh, focus. There we go. Look at that round face. That is Retro is the smaller looking one on the right, and the floofy one on the left looks like Indy again. Hi, Indy. It is very hard to tell Indy and Ironic apart unless you look at both of them. What is this? You just gonna stand there and watch everything now? All right, that's fair. Yeah, you're right, Cheryl. This needs a boop. Boop. What? What? You right up close to the boop. Boop. So Indy here and Artie, like I said, were the ones that ate the most of the food, and they both had the same kind of problems that we see from kittens the first times that they eat. But if you haven't seen it before, then those issues tend to be, first off, they don't know to like reach into the bowl to eat, so they always end up trying to eat the edge of the bowl, which happened for both of them. And it actually takes a while to figure that out. Then the other issue, of course, is that they don't know how to hold their heads up very well, or they can't because they're so heavy. And so they end up dropping their nose into the food a lot and getting it filled up with food because that KMR2 is pretty wet stuff. It's like a liquid basically. So that happened. They both got a lot of it up their nose and they would sneeze it out. She might still be trying to get clean from it too. They did get it all over. That's kind of some advanced grooming right there though. Very good. Oh, big yawn. Back to the grooming. Oh, and a visit from Vin. Our boy Vinny. Hi, Vinny. What are you doing, pal? You got someplace to be? You gonna come over here and boop the camera, huh? Noor P. When will Custard be home? Custard will be home tonight. At least that's the theory. DJ is coming home for the weekend. So Custard will be coming back with her. And I know people want updates on Acro. There's not really much of an update on Acro, though. He's currently in the spare bedroom across the hall from here. And he is basically doing the exact same as he was. There's nothing new to report as far as his condition. But we're all holding out for that biopsy results to come back, and then we'll get a little bit more information on how he's doing. So that will happen. He's pretty happy though over there. He's eating well and purring, and I spent some time in there with him last night watching a movie. I watched the first like third of Escape from New York, the original old one with what's his name, Kurt Russell, right? I have never seen it, believe it or not. It's a movie I've heard of my whole life, almost my whole life actually. I was well alive by the time it was made. Sorry to say, but for a long time. And Yeah, I never actually saw it, and I was really enjoying it. It turns out there's a reason, I guess, why people have said good things about it for such a long time. I was enjoying it anyway, and I'm excited to see how it goes. Don't post any spoilers in the chat because I haven't finished it yet. But yeah, it was fun, and Acro liked it too. I think he was purring and snuggling with me and hanging out, and it was good. Hi, you just came up here and tried to grab the camera with your paw. Yeah, it's good to know now that if I do like it, then there's the sequel, and then I guess they remade it too, like a decade ago, which it makes it new? Question mark. Anyway, or they may remade it a while ago. So if I really like it, I guess I've got a lot I can watch. This is retro, I think. Just if you're curious about who's who. We have a little lost Indy back there. Indy, you can't be that lost. You just walked over there. Meow. Well, that's disappointing to hear that nobody liked the second one as much as the first one. Escape from LA, that is, as much as Escape from New York, but that's okay. It still is all just going to depend on how I feel about the first one. And if it turns out to be a Highlander situation, I mean, it can't be that bad, right? The second Highlander movie was just, wow, awful. I mean, you got to just pretend like that never happened. So it can't be that bad. Can it? Question mark? Hi. Oh man, that was an excited grab. You just want to play. You really want to play, don't you? A little retro. Oh yeah. What do you got? What do you got going on here? What is this game? Okay, well, this is a little early for you to be finger biting. Why don't you play with something more appropriate like this mouse? What do you think of that? Not as fun as a hand, huh? Okay, well, all right. I tried. Oh, Lindsay, let's not do the math on that one. Let's say I was pretty young when it was made, though, okay? Well, these kids seem like they're all played out now and they're going to take a nap. Everybody seems to be settling down a bit. Let's go through the names real quick, though, just because I know I didn't do that yet, and it's nice for everybody to get a little reminder, including me. It's good practice trying to figure out who's who. We're going to start with the hardest ones first because they've made it easy at the moment. This one off on their own is Indy. Go figure, Indy off on her own. Hi, Indy. And I know that because the other one lying here is ironic, or Ira, or Nikki, or Ronnie, or whatever we're going to call her. And you can tell them apart because Indy, the one that's in my hand, is darker. Of course, these shadows aren't doing much to help. There we go. If we zoom back, you can really see it. Indy's got a little more red going on, but not a lot. And Ira has a little bit more of a tan color. It's subtle. It's probably really hard to see on the cameras, and I even have trouble telling if I'm not looking at them both, but it's there. So you can tell them apart. Secondly, we have Vinyl sitting right here. Vinyl we can tell from the white mask and the white collar, which really make her stand out. Look at that. They all have blue eyes right now because all kittens have blue eyes, but those go away after, 6, 8 weeks, something like that. They start to transition to whatever their adult color is. Pretty rare to have an adult cat with blue eyes. It happens in some breeds, but I don't know if we've ever had one. I'm not even sure if Coconut, our all white cat, had blue eyes as an adult. I can't remember. That was a long time ago. Anyway, they're so pretty at this stage. All right, over here we have Retro. Hi, Retro. Who we saw just a minute ago, and you can tell Retro by the short boots. Yes. I know. Well, your eyes are really pretty blue too, but you're sitting in the shadow, so people can't tell. Actually, they're pretty dark, aren't they? I can see it though. There we go. Hi, Retro. All right, so that one's Retro. Oh, and if you're looking at the weight chart, by the way, and you are curious about why Retro has no weight for last night, it's because everybody was saying that I accidentally weighed Vinyl twice, so I just deleted her weight, and we don't know what it was last night, and that's fine. But they're all doing good weight-wise, by the way. Okay, moving right along. Our squished up boy in the corner there is Vinny, or Vintage. And you can tell Vintage back there, mostly from the big white sleeve in front. Also, it's got a long boot in the back, but so does Retro, but not Retro. So does somebody. Oh, yeah. So does Vinyl have a long boot, right? Yes, but Vinyl's long boot has a spot on it, and Vinny's does not. But Vinny's the only one with the full white front leg, but just one. The other one, he hasn't had all of his tattoos done yet. He's going to go back and get the rest of that sleeve someday. All right. Sorry, now I messed them all up. They're getting active. This is our little boy. This is the other boy here. This is Artie, or Artisanal. And Artie's the one I'm so proud of because Artie ate the most real food today. I mean, he really dove in and ate a ton. Very proud of him. He's a full kitten right now too. His belly's just tight, full up with food. He ate everything he could possibly eat, and that's a good feeling for a little boy like him, seeing as he's the smallest of the whole group. Let's see, we went over almost everybody, but I don't think I said anything about Bessie, right? Who is Bespoke, who is our all orange. I think she's going to end up being long-haired, but again, it's so hard to tell for sure at this age because sometimes the hair just comes in faster than they grow. That's little Bessie, though. All right, now I think I got everybody. Oh, Bessie, I want to show everybody your pretty eyes. Oh, I can't. Maybe I can. There we go. I tried. Hi. Oh, very good. Okay. All right. I think I showed everybody. Guys, let me know if I forgot anyone. Hard to keep track of 7 kittens. And this is our mom, Bebop. She's being a real sweetie pie. Well, okay, we covered all that. So you know that 2 days ago, the Gifts, Banter, and Scuttlebutt got their spays done, their graduation surgery, as we like to call it, and they both did very well and have been running around the house like a couple of maniacs. Then yesterday we went back and got Blarney's spay done. And Blarney also did very well. In fact, the technician at the vet, let's get up while I'm talking to you because I can see she's about to settle down with her kids, and that's probably good for them right now. Anyway, the technician at the vet said that Blarney got an A, but that her sisters only got C's as far as their vet visit went. I think that just means, you know, how their attitude was while they were at the vet. Which was cute. It was cute of her to say that. I don't know exactly what it means, but I thought it was amusing. Anyway, okay, we're going to be back later, Bebop. Boop, little bee-boop for you. I'm going to leave all my junk here. It's outside the barrier, so the kittens can't get to it. And I know Bebop's going to be okay with it. But I'll come back and pick this up as soon as we're done with the close-up. Don't drink my coffee, Bebop, but look, you can have the red. Look, you left a little of this KMR2 that was under the spoon originally. You can have that if you want it. I know you do. Like a yummy treat for you, right? Okay, all right, we'll clean that up after we're done here. Oh, I opened her window a little bit too. I'm going to keep an eye on her. When I'm not watching, I'm going to close it. But I want her to start to get used to being able to see the other cats. So far, she hasn't freaked out, but it hasn't been open for long, so we're going to see about it. So here's what I wanted to talk about. This is little Blarney right here, and you can see Blarney's wearing a secret agent suit. Hi, Blarney. And boy, she had a very difficult adjustment to it. It can take them a while to get used to it. And we've had some cats that take several hours to get ready, to get used to wearing this suit. And she's one of those. It took her a long time. She just wanted to flop over. She thought, I can't move. I'm being held by this suit, held captive. And it's impossible for me to walk. And it took her, well, it took her several hours to figure it out, but that was complicated by the fact that I didn't want to leave her um, here alone in the suit while I went to go pick up Acro, or out of the suit either, because then she could lick her sutures, which she's not supposed to do. Which, by the way, that's why she gets the suit. It's either that or the cone of shame. And even though the suit takes a little bit of adjustment, believe me, it beats the cone of shame by quite a large degree once they're comfortable in it. So, yeah, so yesterday we put the suit on her and she was not dealing with it. So I had to take her with me to go pick up Acro in New York. And it's only like a 40-minute drive to the vet. But then I was there for a long time picking up Acro and talking to the vets and everything about him. And then when we finally hit the road, I got stuck in construction traffic and it took us an extra long time to get home. All of which is to say that it was like 3 or 4 hours that she was in the car in her carrier with me wearing the suit. And I thought, okay, a good chance for her to get used to wearing the suit. But then we got home and let her out, and she still was like, I can't walk in this thing. I don't know how this works. But she figured it out real quick last night, actually. In fact, I kept taking her up to the master bedroom to hang out with me, and she kept running through the house instead of hanging out with me. So she's doing quite well at this point and just moving around almost as good as normal. Maybe not 100%, but very well. And if you didn't see me trying to put the suit on her yesterday, our friend Karen Sows, who made this suit especially for our tiny kittens because they don't sell them in the size that's right for a 3-month-old kitten. Karen made these for us, and then yesterday she sent us two more to match. They're matching. They're different colors but the same print. It is amazing to me that this print, not only that this print exists in the first place, it's Star Wars Day of the Dead. So just the fact that it exists in the first place is amazing, but then the fact that not only does it exist, but they made it in multiple colors blows my mind. But her kittens, her sisters aren't playing with their sutures, so they probably don't need the suits. So I haven't put them on her sisters yet. It might just be her, which is kind of a shame because to see all three of them in their matching suits of different colors would have been amazing. But as amazing as it would have been, I don't see us putting the suits on the kittens unless they really need it. But she did. She needed it. Still, Karen, we definitely owe you a huge thanks for sending those suits. And of course, if they don't get used for this class, they'll get used for the next one. Just like this one is not. This is not the first time this particular suit has been worn here. Fortunately, the kitten suits tend to last a little better than the adult suits. The adults tend to really chew them up. At least we've seen that happen a few times. Gab, their mom, just shredded her suit. I mean, to shreds, I say. Really something else. Hopefully the kittens won't do that because I know it takes a lot of effort to make these and they're just adorable and I want them to last forever. Anyway, she's the one I wanted to show you guys. We can go and see if we can find her sisters, but little Blarney here wearing the suit is cute and I wanted everybody, especially because we put the suit on her on the regular Kitten Academy live stream last night so everybody could see us doing it and could see how poorly it went and how she just couldn't move. And I wanted everybody to see the resolution of that and that she's fine and that she figured it out. It just took a little bit of time. And like I said, she got two choices. It's this or the cone of shame. And I know of the two, this is going to be the one that she would pick. Yeah. Okay. Well, hi, there's Eddie. wanted to find her sisters, and they're probably in their usual spot down here, so let's go take a look. Also, is she going to follow me down the stairs? You going to come? Yeah, you got this all figured out. You get around fine in that thing now. She's been running up and down the cat trees and just all the usual stuff. She's completely accustomed to it. All right. There we go. That's just what I thought. They're in their usual spot. They like to hang out on the tallest cat tree in the whole house. It's taller than I am. I gotta hold the camera way up there. So as you know, the one in the front here is Banter, aka Penny Olive, and the one in the back is Scuttlebutt, aka Scuttlebutt. And like I said, they don't have to wear the suits because they haven't been bothering their stitches. At least not yet. I'm keeping an eye on them, especially you, Banter. I'm watching you. You know what I'm talking about. Boop. Anyway, all right, that's hard to film. I'm going to fall over if I keep trying that. Here's our little Blarney again. I see Maggie's out in the cat run. Hi, Maggie. Looking at us. All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining me today and seeing the updates on the kittens. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't get to see me trying to feed the kittens and you'd like to try to see that, it is not too late to flip over to the Kitten Academy live stream and rewind a little bit. I'm sure somebody can tell you how much you have to rewind. I don't know exactly what time it was when I was trying to feed them. I'm also sure that somebody on the Discord is going to probably capture it as a GIF or a video or something so that we have that moment preserved. I saw that. Don't do too much of that or you're getting the suit. Yeah, so, but if you want to see it, you can, like I said, go to the Kitten Academy live stream here on YouTube and just rewind a little bit. It lets you rewind up to 12 hours, and you don't even have to go that far. It was just a few minutes ago. It was right before we did this. And if you just want to watch the kittens some more upstairs, then go to the Kitten Academy live stream. I should mention real quick, by the way, I am trying to get those cameras adjusted up there so that we have better views of the kittens all the time. Now that they're mobile, it's gotten a little tricky. And I think when I go back up there, I've got to adjust the focus on the floor camera to be a little bit further away. I know it makes everything a little smaller when they're not walking around, but I'm trying to keep everything good and on the camera, so bear with me. We'll get it figured out in due time. Speaking of in due time, we are still doing the mailbag. Actually, as soon as I'm done with this stuff, I am going to run out and pick up the mail today because we know the post office is closed tomorrow. I don't want you to think I forgot, but we will still do the mailbag tomorrow at 10 a.m. on the Kitten Academy live stream. So that means there won't be a close-up tomorrow. But there will be DJ. She's supposed to be coming home tonight with Custard, and she may be there for the mailbag tomorrow, which is definitely a treat for me, and maybe a treat for you guys. All right, that's it. We'll see you tomorrow for the mailbag. We'll see you Sunday with another close-up, and we'll see you all day long on the Kitten Academy live stream. Boop. Hey, Scuttlebutt, you want to go away with a boop? Boop. Okay, that counts. Good enough.